No, it's a different one. Hello guys, I am in the process of, let me see, I'm in the process of doing meal prep and I wanted to bring you guys live. I'm trying to figure out my camera angle to get all this stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now. And as you have questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. But that's what I have going on. So we got a lot of stuff going on in the background too, so don't worry about that. But y'all good. Raheem's gonna be my helper for some of this. Do me a favor while you're over here. Raheem, that was you. While you're over here. This is what I need from you right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm preparing my camera's like totally like not even. What I'm doing is preparing my my stir fry. So I'm gonna be chopping up my steak and everything. I need the scale from over there and one of my good knives. Yeah. So I think right now I'm just really delirious because it's been a very, very long morning, long day. So I'm delirious and I'm not thinking all of this through. So I'm just going for it. Scale. Wait, hey, how you carry a knife, dude? How you carry a knife? Carry a knife like you're supposed to carry a knife. You don't ever touch the blade. How did they tell you to carry scissors when you were at school? How are you supposed to carry scissors?
Like this?
Okay, that was not how you was holding that knife. Your hand over there with the blade. I'm not taking you to the emergency room. I need a real knife. Give me like a butcher knife. You're not going to the emergency room. Let me see what all I have over here. Sam, give me a butcher knife. Give me a butcher knife. I don't know why this thing is not straight and I can't fix it. I think I just killed the phone. iPhone's 8, here I come. Because I just killed it. Oh no, never mind. It's still alive. I got excited. A butcher knife, like a regular butcher knife. Hey, Angie. So long since I've seen you. Oh, I'm doing something now. Hey, Ryan. Good to see you as well. Yes, that's a butcher knife. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I have what I do for my lunches is I do steak stir fry, and I just they have these steaks at Schnucks that are basically like $6 each, and I do about 5 ounces of these, and I just cube them up, strip them up, however I want to do it, and that's usually what I do for my steak. Some of the little fatty portions I cut off. I will tell you I do add them back in later, but I cut them off for the weight portion of it, so I'll know. I'll know how much I'm doing. What I need you to do, Mr. Jaheen, do you want to do your meal prep right now? You don't want to do your meal prep? Why you don't want to do your meal prep?
I'll wait till Sunday.
What? Tomorrow is Sunday.
I know.
We're busy tomorrow. You have to get most of this stuff done today. But anyway, so I'm just cutting everything up. And if you guys have questions, Clarence will be on it off live, and he can answer questions for you if you guys have questions. I'm just going to do this until my battery runs out. And actually, Jaheen, can you move that? This is what I want you to do, Jaheen. Move the camera where it's going down more. Go to the back. Go stand behind it. Go stand behind it. And then push it up just a little bit, like 1 inch. I know it's both. Okay, now go back up. Let me go right there. That's good. And actually, let me see if I need to move back. Yeah, let me move back. Okay, that's good. Now then turn it a little bit this way. Yep, that's good. Thank you. And what I need from you right now, sir, is...
Should I cook my meal prep?
Huh?
No.
What? Okay.
I'm saying you should cook my meal prep.
I'm not doing your meal prep. You're doing your own meal prep. It's every man for himself and God for us all. You ever heard that before?
Yeah.
Okay. Jaheen is doing, what are you doing for your meal prep? Come stand over here by me. What are you doing for your meal prep?
I'm doing,
What's for your lunches and dinners?
Meatballs with cauliflower and what else? Hamburgers.
Do you know how to make hamburgers?
Yeah.
You know how to make hamburgers? Okay.
I mean, if you want to try one of my jobs.
don't want to try your hamburgers out. I don't know if they're good. You have anybody who will attest to your hamburgers and say they are good?
Mario and Claire.
Mario and Clarence believe hamburgers are good. One thing with like our meal prep, like this is what you actually need to go do. Go online and find a meatball recipe.
Huh?
Go find a meatball recipe. You say you're making meatballs. Go find a meatball recipe. So
What? Just vegetables.
No, you have to know how to cook the meatballs. Like you need to know what goes into the meatballs. Go find a meatball recipe. Go search meatball recipe and you will see what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, go find a spaghetti recipe then. Your spaghetti is not already made. One of the things we do is we every Thursday or Friday night we sit down and we come up with what foods we're going to eat for the next week. And then like we get our groceries are ordered. We do it through Schnucks, and we do it through Schnucks because we're busy. We don't have time to shop. And now let me say this: we have time to shop. We don't want to. So we pay for the convenience of not having to shop with everything. So one of the things to think about with doing stuff like that is we spend, like this last grocery trip, I was like totally tripping because I was like, oh my God, our grocery bill was so high. And it was like $190 or something like that. But if you think about $190 and all of our meals are at home, like this is all of our breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all three of us are at home, then if you take, I'm having 3 meals a day for 6 days, that's 18 meals, plus Clarence has 3 meals a day, and Jaheim has 3 meals a day. So we are at about 54 meals that we prepare with that basically that $200. So when I looked it up and I did my calculations, basically we're spending about $3 and some change per meal. My goal is to always be under $5 a meal. And so you can't trip on what the grocery store amount is. What you really need to pay attention to is how much is it per meal. Because if I'm spending like $10, $15, per meal, then I'm not saving any money. I might as well go out and do it. So these are things that we do. So like even with these steaks, these are $6 each. There is a steak that is $5 each, but I got the I'm splurging, so I'm getting the steak that is $6 each, and so I will get 5 or more servings out of this, and so this is $20 worth of about 24, something like that, $24 worth of stuff that we do. And our poor DirecTV guy is probably like ready to be done with us. So you may see him in the background trying to fix our DirecTV. We're getting upgrades on stuff, so we taking care of that. But so my meal plan this week is I have stir-fry steak. In my steak, I do cauliflower, sweet potato, cabbage, and onion. That's what goes into my steak. And then I'm also going to do meatballs for a meal and chicken breast. So I'm going to divide those up to do stuff. What I'm doing right now is I'm just prepping my stuff, and I'm going to actually season all of this right now. And so tomorrow when I actually cook it, it will be very seasoned. So one of the things I hate is eating the same thing every day. So I'm going to season each of my portions differently. So like one would be a certain, type of season. I may do like a Monterey season on one to be a bourbon barbecue seasoning and things of that sort. And I season them all different, so even though I'm eating the same things, they all have a different flavor to them. So that's something that I've learned along the way to do. And one of the things I also have learned is I use this butcher paper that the steaks come with because it's less of a mess for me to clean up. So I just use the butcher paper when doing this stuff. Let's see. Clarence, has anybody asked any questions? Okay. mixed in some chicken breasts with it, and it was delicious. I mean, it's no big deal when you do stuff like that. So I just mixed up some chicken breasts, and it was really good. So I try to get 30 grams of protein in every meal. That's like something that's really important to me. Is I try to get a lot of protein in throughout the day, and about 4 to 5 ounces of meat, I believe, is 30 ounces. And so for all of you vegetarians out there who've watched all these documentaries and you're not eating meat, I understand. Do what you do. I hope it worked for you. This is what works for me, so I'm not mad at it at all. I need to take a class and get my knife skills together because I am slacking with the knife skills. And I'm hoping that it's just because I've had this knife so long and it's just not sharp at all. But one of the things you'll see, I don't know if you guys can see it and not get on my hands, but I have a scale. I'm one of those weird people that actually weigh food. And I make sure, and the reason why I weigh it, it's not so much to make sure that I'm not eating too much. I want to make sure that I'm eating enough, because I don't want to be doing this and I only have like 3 ounces of meat or something like that. I want to make sure that I'm having enough meat to go to what I'm trying to do. So I've gotten almost all of my steak cut up. Got a little bit more. And then I'm going to weigh it and put it out in portion sizes. And so once I do this, I can season it. Now this week, I did this last week too. I have totally taken a lazy route on my seasonings, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because I am not like mixing all my own seasonings together. We do that a lot of times, but lately I've taken the easy route out, and I buy the pre-mixed seasonings. And it's not something I would suggest for those who are really need to be strict on your on the chemicals and stuff you take in your body. But it is something that we use a lot. Not a lot. We use when we need to. So taking a piece of foil that I'm actually going to put on my scale. I didn't do that one good. And I do this so I won't have to clean my scale. Whatever. I am not trying to clean all this stuff. So I did not get one good piece. Let me just try to do this. Okay, there we go. So my scale is done. I'm gonna turn my scale on. I use my dirty hands, so I'm actually anyway. So my scale's at 0, and I'm looking for. Oh, wait a minute. I got it on the grams. I want ounces. Let me see. That was ounces. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to be doing. No, that's not right either. Oh, I see what it's saying. So that's 4.1, 4.7, 5 ounces. So this is my 5-ounce portion. I'm gonna move that down there. And my goal, hopefully I did this right, where I have enough for five portions of this. I'm looking a little short, and I have some backup plans, so I'm not worried about it. But maybe a little short right now with this. That's there we go, 5 ounces of that.
Hey, I need that fat from the chili.
I'm using some of this.
No, you can't have fat in your diet.
Clarence is trying to. He wants the fat out of my. He wants the fat to put in his chili. But I use some of this. I can have fat in my diet. I feel sorry for people who can't have fat in their diet. That's a messed up. That's a messed up world. But I'm not trying to be a part of that. So that's my 4th section, and I'm hoping I can scrounge up enough that I can get 5 ounces. Oh, I did. Awesome. So what I have in front of me is 5-ounce portions of my steak. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is all of my fat over here. I may give Clarence some of it. I don't know. But these are my portion sizes right here, and this is how I do that portion. So I'm going to show you where I cheat. So first of all, I have to wash my hands. This is a lesson to everybody. Always wash your hands if you're touching raw meat. Other thing is my phone keeps, I guess it's not. Let me see what's going on. Oh, low battery already. Sorry guys, hold on one second. Okay, low battery. So I'm gonna wash my hands behind the camera. But one of the things you always want to do anytime you're touching raw meat is to wash your hands over and over again. I probably wash my hands at least 20 times every time I'm doing meal prep. So you want to always ensure that you're washing your hands. So let me get over here and get this stuff. So I'm gonna show you how I cheat. I have. Okay.
Phone's the wrong way.
The phone's the wrong way. It's been the same way. I haven't touched it.
Well, you just went sideways.
How did that happen? Let me see. Is it going the right way now? Hold on, guys. Oh, I almost dropped it again. Hold on. Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So. All right. So this is how I cheat. These things are called grill mates. They are like $1 at the store. I have a smoky applewood one. I have a Brazilian steakhouse. I just have 2 of those. Brown sugar bourbon, Monterey Jack, and then Korean barbecue. One of these packets lasts me like three or so servings or more. It just depends. But what I do is when I don't want to mix up my own seasonings, I just get these, and I will season each one of these differently. So when I get ready to eat each week, everything has its own flavor. And so I just coat each one of these really well in that. And this is, and once I'm done with this, actually I'm just going to put them in a little Ziploc bag to marinate in the refrigerator. I don't keep up with which is which, so every day, sometimes I don't even know which one's my favorite because I didn't track them to find out, you know, which is what and label and stuff. I don't do all that. So each one is a different seasoning, and I just put them on here. And I would tell you that again, if you are a person who is trying to eliminate you know, chemicals and, you know, stuff from your life, then you may not want to get these. One of the suggestions I do have is to look at the back, look at the ingredients, and then make your own based on the ingredients that's in there. Then my apple smoked wood I haven't used before. So apple smoked wood will be a new addition to this week. So each one of them are seasoned. And what I'm going to do now that those are seasoned is I keep Ziploc bags. I always have Ziploc bags because I use them every week. And I'm actually going to just take these and put these in the Ziploc bags. And I add a tiny bit of oil with it just to help the seasoning stick to them and keep it on there. So that's the other thing to do while we're doing this. The other, with the Ziploc bags, I also do my evening dinner meal prep with Ziploc bags. I'm actually going to do that in just a second. Hey, Jaheen.
Yeah.
Can you come here for a moment, please? Can you get the charger out of my room and bring that in here because my battery's about to die?
Yeah, after the beat more, all I see is your shirt.
What you say?
All I see is your shirt.
I have not touched it. So what do you see now?
Your shirt.
I have no idea. Come in here. Look at this.
I see the head of the house and your shirt.
My camera is showing me all the way to the bottom. You need an extension cord because that plug right there is not going to work out.
You pushing it the wrong way.
Huh? to start with some shenanigans. We get ready to start with some shenanigans. So Clarence talk about he coming in here. It's gonna be some shenanigans. You what?
Your fan club not a hand. I'm coming here anyway.
My who?
Fan club.
Who is my fan club?
I won't put nobody on blast. Just need to come in here.
For what? See, look, I see the whole thing. Hey, wait. See, look, Clarence, stop. Look,
What?
I see everything.
Yeah, because you done moved it again. Because my picture, all it had was the edge of that.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know.
What is wrong with you? Who? Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't have words for that. So what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so I'm going to. I put a little bit of oil on it, and then I'm just going to mix it up, and then put them in my individual bags. So this will sit in the refrigerator until tomorrow when I actually cook it and everything. So each one of these will be seasoned differently. You can do this with anything. You can put whatever you want in here. I also like putting fresh garlic in here. I like doing that. We put fresh herbs in it sometimes. It's just, that is so weird. So do my camera, Clarence, make it right. So Clarence is saying that all you guys can see is my shirt in this thing, and I don't understand how that's working because I see everything on mine. So he's gonna fix the camera for me. He's gonna fix it as soon as I get this stuff hooked up. So.
Phones on here. I got it. I'm frozen it, fella. I got it here.
But I'm just putting this together, and it's going to be. And again, what I do with this is, Jaheim, hand me. Look at the freezer and hand me that cauliflower rice that's in there, and I'll show you guys what my new favorite find is. I'm really excited to. Yeah, that's it. This is my new favorite find that I'm really excited to use. Stop it. This is rice, veggies, cauliflower, and sweet potato. This is what I'm going to mix up in it along with some cabbage. And because I didn't feel like cutting cabbage up this week, I just got the coleslaw, shredded cabbage, and that's all I'm using for that. So that's what I am. That's what I am doing.
I need to see it.
He needs you have to show it around so he can see it. So Clarence is working on my angles with stuff. So now one thing you will notice that I do this every time I forget is I go from salsa you have keep on now.
No.
I just go from one to the other, and so it's always a little bit of seasoning that's the same on each one of these because I don't wash my hands in between touching the different seasonings. So then I'm missing a bag. Where's my other bag? Okay, here it is. So that's it. That's the gist of my meal prep for the for my stir fry. I do that, season it. It's gonna be in the refrigerator. Then tomorrow I get like 3 or 4 skillets out, and I saute everything, throw them in there. It takes me like 30 minutes to do that portion. So all that's in there. And then my last thing I have to do is this is just the different fats. You can come through here if you want to. Don't worry about my video. I think he went to the bathroom. Clarence, the DirecTV guy needs you.
Oh, to the bathroom?
Yeah. What do you need?
I was just going to tell you it's perfectly centered down the basement, and all of the receivers are getting perfect signal.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, you're good to go.
Awesome. What's your name?
Eric.
Okay, guys. Eric from DirecTV is amazing. He's been here getting our cable and stuff together, so now I can record seven shows at one time.
That's great.
I can record 7 shows at one time. What did you make me, Eric? What did you make me buy? I bought something.
Premier Protection Plan.
I have Premier Protection Plan because Eric decided I needed it. So we're good.
It's down there in the basement.
But yeah, I'm just gonna cut this. And the fat is just adding flavor to it. And if you are a person who does not need fat for your diet, I do not suggest this. But fat actually helps me, so I do not limit fat in my diet at all. Okay, you got a recipe for your spaghetti? Why not? Why don't you have a recipe? You had one thing to do. Your one thing was finding a recipe for spaghetti. Why can you not accomplish that?
It's about spades, and so I was like,
okay. So do done. I'm not going to even tell my viewing audience what you just said. I am not going to let them know what was just happening over here. But anyway, I keep this stuff, and we use this in like our soup sometimes. We use this in various things because it's healthy fat. This is fat from the actual animal itself, and this is better than vegetable oil. We do not use vegetable oil at all in our house. It don't even make sense. Think about it. Like where you get oil from vegetables, like that don't make sense. So we use this. This is like really, really good. I have to make sure. Oh, I thought I messed up my manicure. I was getting ready to go. Whoop, we got a problem, people. We got a problem. But anyway, so this is what I have going on. And next, after I finish this and I wash my hands again, I am going to move on to my chicken and get my chicken cut up because I have 2 meals this week that are chicken, and it's basically the exact same thing what I'm doing right now. I cut them all up, and I cut it up, and I season it. And the only difference with the chicken is it's marinating for a much longer time because with the chicken, can't get my dirty hand on that. With the chicken, it sits marinating until I use it during the week. So this is going to marinate for like a day, like 24 hours or so. The chicken marinates sometimes for like 2 or 3 days, and it is so good. And when you marinate stuff that well, that's less salt and stuff you have to use because you're just using the naturalness of the marinade. So that's really good. So now that that's there, I'm going to wash my hands again. Jaheim, what are you doing? No, I need to know. I need to know what you got going on. You're looking a little sneaky over there.
No, Clarence wants me to find his living rate.
Okay. All right, now just making sure you ain't trying to be sneaky. You're supposed to be finding your little recipes. That's what needs to be happening.
Today on Jaheim's cooking show, we are cooking
What we cooking?
greens.
We don't have any greens. I already cooked those. So today on Jaheim's cooking show, he's not cooking greens because he doesn't have any. So I'm going to take these bags, seal them up, put them in the refrigerator. They will be so marinated for tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow or not because this one was probably not a good idea. But, I'm delirious and tired. Move all my dirty stuff out the way. And that's what I got going on. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We will be happy to answer your questions as we go through this process. And so anyway, that's what I got. That's my lunch basically for the week. So I'm gonna put that up, and I got to get the chicken out. So here's one of the mistakes I used to make. I don't care about mixing beef and like raw beef and raw chicken, so I'm going to use this again, the same paper. But one of the mistakes I used to make is thinking that like one of these chicken breasts was a meal, like one serving. This is actually a lot of chicken. So let me take my good clean hand and check my scale, and I'll show you what I mean with this. So this chicken breast right here is 12 ounces. That's 12 ounces of chicken breast. That is like way more than what I need. I don't know about you. You can do what you want to do, but that's way more than I need. So that's about 5.9. I did it almost right. 5.9. This is still, I'm probably not going to eat all of this, but I'm going to make 2 servings out of this. This is for almost every meal we do. Every chicken breast that we have in our house, unless it's one of those portion-sized chicken breasts, we make 1 chicken breast stretch more than just one meal. And so I suggest that when you are making your meals, if you get like 1 chicken breast, that's really like a meal for 2 people. And that's another way to stretch your budget, is to do portion sizes. If you cook portion sizes, you will really save money, and you won't have as much waste if you do portion sizes. So I'm just gonna slice this, and actually for this, I'm probably gonna do a lemon pepper, and trying to see what else I have over there. Lemon pepper and something. I have to check to see what I have. I may do like a garlic herb. Yeah, I do a lemon pepper and a garlic herb for my chicken breast this week. And I'm actually gonna take these, do the exact same thing I did with the steak, and I'm just going to slice them and put them in Ziploc bags, and they're in the freezer. What I'm actually gonna do with these is, like, the night I get ready to cook this, I just dump everything in the bag. I dump everything out the bag onto some parchment paper. I seal up the parchment paper, cook it in the oven at about 350, 400, probably 400 for like 30 minutes, and then I'm done. And so I got one clean hand, and I need to get out 2 Ziploc bags with my clean hand. Put you over there. I'm gonna open everything up before I get into stuff. And I have a whole bunch of seasonings. I'm looking over here because I have a whole bunch of seasonings over here, and I'm trying to see what all I have. And I think I have, actually, I'm gonna do it the good way. I'm actually going to put this in the bag, and I'm going to put the seasonings in the bag with it. And for lemon pepper, I'm actually going to use real lemon juice and the real peppers, like lemon pepper. That's what I'm going to do. And then for my garlic herb, I'm going to use some extra real garlic, and get it in there. Some real garlic, and some maybe oregano or something. I have to wash my hands again. Maybe some oregano or some basil, something like that. Ooh, I probably could do some spinach. I can do spinach as well, so I need to do my spinach. So I can probably throw some spinach in there. That'd be good. So spinach with some, I don't know, probably some spinach, herbs. I'm gonna figure it out. First, let me get my lemon juice and my garlic. Lemon juice and my garlic. And if you guys, I'm gonna turn this around just a little bit so you can see some of the seasonings. These are the seasonings we use the most. This is definitely not all of the seasonings. Trying to see if there's anything on here I want to use. Oh, this sweet onion seasoning. I love this seasoning. This is the lemon pepper seasoning. When I look at the ingredients, it has basil, oregano, red pepper, sea salt, onions, citrus salt, and something. Yeah. So this it's lemon pepper, but it has some other stuff in it. So this is how I get ideas about seasoning. I look and see what it originally comes with. But those are really good. And I love my Himalayan sea salt. This one, that's also a good favorite there. I think that's all I'm going to use from this side of my cabinet. And actually, I'm going to take the top down, and I'm going to show you guys the other side of the cabinet. So one of the other things that we have is all of these seasonings. Like all of these. Like this one right here that can be thrown away. That's empty. So, but yeah, so I have all these seasonings to choose from. So when I say, I have stuff to kind of figure out, these are the things that I'm looking for. So I'm going to use basil. Anybody got any ideas of what I can use? Like some basil, maybe some thyme, basil, thyme. I don't know, and maybe a little Italian seasoning. That'll work. Basil, thyme, Italian. I don't need any celery seed. Paprika, give it some little color. I think that'll be all. That'll be all I use for this one. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put some vegetables in my bag as well, because when I dump this out, I'm actually going to just I'm actually going to put all of this in the bag, so when I cook it this week, everything's in there with it. So I have a new bag of broccoli. And Clarence, are you doing anything with this spinach? Because we've had it and we haven't used it.
I don't know. I need to use it.
Yeah, I don't. No,
We bought to do cream spinach. We haven't done cream
we did not do the cream spinach.
spinach. Yeah,
So I need to see if I have any other options. I think I'll just do broccoli. I'll just do chicken and broccoli. So let me put you back up here. Put that back on there. I am making, hey Jasmine, I am making, I'm doing my meal prep for the week. And right now I'm meal prepping my chicken. And this is going to be a lemon pepper, a lemon pepper chicken. And a, what did you say, Clarence?
You eating my grapes?
I have not touched those grapes because they are not organic. And you did that on purpose.
I ain't had any. Well, somebody touched them.
Well, it was not me.
But they almost gone.
It was not me. So I have not touched them because you didn't get organic grapes, so I wouldn't touch them. I got the message that you don't want me to touch the grapes. All right, so I am going to do, oh, the other thing is I don't measure anything, as you can notice by now, but this is going to be my lemon pepper. I put a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. We use this all the time with everything. And then my other one has a little garlic. Oh, Clarence, can you hand me the pepper from over there? It really helps to have pepper if I'm doing lemon pepper or something. And from by the sink, by the stove. And a little bit of garlic, mixed garlic in there. And for my garlic and herb, I'm gonna do some thyme, some, what's that, basil. What else goes with thyme, basil, and garlic?
What are you trying to make?
Some garlic and herb chicken.
You can put any herb with it. You can put cilantro with it.
We don't have cilantro.
I need to get some of that. You got thyme, you got basil, you got any oregano? Go look in the drawer with the rest of the
Oh, hold on. I thought I checked the drawer and I showed the people our crazy drawer. I do not see any. I think we're out.
Yeah, what's up here? Oregano leaves on the stove.
Oh, it's on the stove. So let me get it from the stove. Let's see. Sorry, people, for the close-up. So this is oregano.
Where's that bag of fat right there?
What you trying to do with my bag of fat?
I'm gonna use it with my chili.
I'm using some of it in my stuff.
Can't have that.
Why you keep saying I can't have fat?
Can't.
I can have that. Other thing, chicken breast, it is naturally very lean, so I try to add a little oil into my thing. So this is my lemon pepper, and I've added pepper, and I added lemon juice, and that is my lemon pepper seasoning. So I'm probably gonna make this like Tuesday night or something, and so that way I have that done. So, oh, my broccoli, I forgot. So I'm going to actually add the broccoli in here with it. So when I cook it, I just dump it all out in a, parchment paper and just cook it. And I don't need anything else. So I'm going to add that. Some broccoli in there and some broccoli in here. So this is my dinner for this week. 2 of my servings. So, and then one is going to be meatballs, and one is going to be this low carb pasta stuff that I found, which I am absolutely in love with. I'm going to put some chicken with that. I actually found some organic grilled chicken that I need to use, so I'm going to be using, well, that one's already prepped. I don't have to do anything for it. And so this is my other one. And I may do a video later this week to show you guys how I actually put this in the parchment paper. So I'm done with that. So far I have six meals prepped over there, and I am not using the rest of this broccoli, so I need to put all my bags in that one. Here's another one. Okay. I'm staying away from all of the raw meat stuff. For those of you who will watch this later or just joined, I am doing my meal prep for the week. And so far I have prepped my lunch, which is stir-fry steak. And then I have prepped 2 of my dinners, which is chicken breast and, well, just 2 different chicken breasts. A lemon pepper chicken breast and a garlic herb chicken breast are the 2 that I have. So those are the things that I have going on. That is actually all that I'm going to do. My meal prep is basically done at this point. So tomorrow, all I'm going to do tomorrow is take out my steak and stir fry it and put it into containers. So I'm actually done. I don't have any more stuff to do with my basic meal prep. I'm trying to check to see if there's anything else I need to do, and there is not. There is not. So my cleanup is put everything on this butcher paper right here. Everything on that, this is dirty. So I'm going to put that, I have to clean that as well. I got to put that up. And then I just wrap everything up in here and throw it away. So all of my messy stuff, I'm done. So hope you guys enjoyed or at least learned something from watching this. I will share more as I go along. And that was my meal prep for my lunch. So everything, got my hands clean so I can hold this again. But yeah, so that was it. That's what I do. That's lunch, and I will probably do this again tomorrow to show you guys the actual finishing portion of the lunch. So that's all I got, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.